I'm sitting here in my robe because this is what rebuilding my life looks like. And if you feel like you've lost yourself, then I need you to hear this. There are times where I felt so burnt out that I didn't know left from right, up or down. And when I say that is because I spent a lot of time focusing on other people, what other people needed, what others wanted, um, whether they were happy with the things that I did. Um, Honestly, I used to spend a lot of time trying to please people because I thought that that would make me feel better, but it actually made me feel worse because people change all the time. And when I was burning out from taking care of everyone else's needs but my own, I could not distinguish between the two. I couldn't tell what was more important, is what I mean. Other people's wants and needs versus my own. When I'm talking about other people, I'm actually talking about like people in my family, my children, my husband. So when I say other people, I'm talking about that. So when I felt burnt out, I was always taking care of what needed to be done, the cooking, the cleaning, the planning meals. I have two children and they're young and I homeschool. So I spent a lot of time, effort, energy into what they needed, but I was not pouring back into myself. So because I wasn't giving myself what I needed, and at the time I didn't even know what I needed because I was so focused on what they're eating, what they're doing, the school, homework, and all these other things that all of that just overshadowed what I wanted, what I liked. I remember a time to where I was so busy cooking that my girls had already eaten like 2 or 3 meals and I ain't had breakfast yet. Haven't even had any water. Snacking on raisins, thinking, oh, I'll just be fine. What I didn't realize was that I was like ignoring myself. I was neglecting myself. I wasn't taking the same time that I took out to take care of my children and to make sure that my husband had what he needed. I never gave that to myself. And I suffered because of that. And that's what really burned me out. I do have some notes I'm referring to. So if you see me look down, I'm just checking to make sure I don't miss anything. So basically, I'm just here to tell you that you didn't lose yourself. You've actually just been in survival mode. When you're trying to survive, you're in a total different mindset. You're just trying to do things, get it done, so that everything still is holding together. You're trying to hold everything and everybody else together, but what you don't realize is that you're falling apart because the same arms that hold others and their needs and stuff could be wrapped around yourself to give you the love, the support, and attention, the self-care that you actually need. And I know this for a fact because I've done it. I've done it for years, not months, but I have neglected and forsaken and ignored myself for years that it became a part of my daily routine. Like, can you imagine that? Just waking up in the morning and the first thing that you think about, whether you pray or not. Sometimes you might even forget to pray and thank God that you actually woke up, that He allowed your eyes to open, that He allowed you to see and to breathe, and that your heart is still beating and you still have another chance to make an impact, to change, to get better, to repent, to grow, to learn, and things like that. So I just remember waking up sometimes in the mornings, and my first thoughts were just thinking about my to-do list, everything that I needed to do, but for everybody else. Well, the girls need this. I need to figure out that. I need to go get doctor's appointments for the girls. I need to find them glasses, and taking care of everything to the point to where what actually makes me happy? What are my goals in life? Yes, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, but what are the things that bring me joy? What are the things that bring me comfort? And those are just some examples of things that I couldn't even answer because I didn't focus on myself. I burnt myself out trying to, in my mind, be the perfect mom, the perfect wife, having everything organized, um, no clutter, just having this lifestyle that I thought would make me happy. But when you're burnt out, you forget that what actually makes you happy is staying true to yourself. So, realizing this, what helped me was actually not do more. It was actually taking a step back, slowing down my routines, being more thoughtful about my days. Um, so I just want to share with you 3 things I did to snap out of it, so to speak. The first thing was being aware. I had to be honest about where I was. Like, this isn't working. I had to be honest. I had to realize, like, hey, I don't know who I am anymore. And honesty hurts, even if it's about yourself to yourself. It hurts. But the first step in getting better is you have to be honest with yourself. So I'm reading my notes. Um, Number 2 was no strict routines. I was, and I'm still working on this, so rigid about my routines that everything had to start at the same time. But if I could just focus and switch that energy to have more soft routines, like slowing down, giving myself space, like I don't have to do everything on my checklist. And even when making the checklist, add some things on there that are personable to me and only me. I like sitting by water. I'm going to put that on my checklist. I like listening to calming music. That's going to be on my checklist also, just like scheduling a doctor appointment. Number 3, faith and mindset. I had to let go of control and like just really trust God and know and believe that all things work together for the good of those that love God and who are called according to his purpose. I also had to change how I saw myself. And that was huge for me because the thoughts I had in my mind did not reflect who God created. He created me beautiful. He created me with everything that I needed. And I did not see myself through God's eyes. So I had to change my mindset and how I thought about myself. And I did that through faith, by reading my Bible, by praying, or looking up scriptures and things like that that pertain to, feeling abandoned and feeling alone and just feeling like I had abandoned myself, but I didn't know how to find my way again. So if you can start doing the 3 things that I mentioned, you're going to start to feel like yourself again. You will. And when I say that, you're going to start feeling like you're not rushed, like you're not overwhelmed, but you will start to recognize moments of peace. You'll start to recognize moments of clarity, and you'll just be able to breathe. So I just want to say, if you are in this space, just know that you are not alone. And also, I'm going to be sharing more of this in my journey because I'm not perfect. I haven't mastered this. So, hey, we all can be on this journey together. Okay. Stay tuned for more. This is what choosing yourself started to look like for me.